Good evening, everyone. Heidi, take it away.
Sure. Good evening. This is a meeting of the Township Committee, April 8th, 2026. The notice requirements provided for in the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied. Notice of this meeting was properly given by transmission to the Asbury Park Press and the Two River Times and by posting at the Middletown Township Municipal Building and filing with the Township Clerk all on January 9th, 2026. Committeeman Clark.
He's here. Just walked out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Committeewoman Kratz. Here. Committeeman Sedembrino.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Hybel.
Here.
Mayor Perry.
Here.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'd like to take a moment of silence to honor the troops serving worldwide, defending our constitutions, freedoms, and way of life. Thank you. Our first item on tonight's agenda, we have presentations and proclamations. We have a presentation recognizing Middletown High School North Male Wrestling State Champion Thomas Blewett. At this time, I'd like to invite Thomas Blewett and head coach Eric Morley and assistant coach Thomas Smith to join Mayor Perry at the front of the room.
So, well, good evening, everyone. I'm in a passenger seat, and I get a text a couple weeks ago, I guess now, from our administrator Tony Mercantante, who, if you don't know, is one of the biggest wrestling fans that you're going to find out there. And I get a text, and you know, at that time, I think it was on a weekend, certainly. Right after the match, he was there.
I watched it on my computer.
And I get a text from Tony, and it says, and you know, you start to get a little worried. There's crash, parage, helicopters landing, medevac, whatever the case may be. Middletown has a state champion in wrestling, so let's give it up for Middletown. So couldn't be more proud to have you here today, to honor you, honor your coaches, honor your friends, your family, and everybody here that has been a big part of your success. My response to Tony was senior ? And he goes, no. And I was like, my man, that's what I'm talking about. And because I immediately started thinking, we're ready to run it back. Is that all right with you, Tom? All right, let's do it. So
the alumni.
Yeah. So, Tom, we're so proud of you. The entire township committee, the township, everyone in Middletown is so incredibly proud of you and your accomplishments. So on behalf of the township committee, we want to congratulate Middletown High School North wrestler Thomas Blewett for becoming a 2026 NJSIAA 106. 106. Yeah. You still making weight? You're not hotboxing right now? All right, good. 106-pound state wrestling champion. Your 10-4 victory in the finals at the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, an extraordinary 50-1 record. That's a pretty, I was going to use a word, but that's a pretty record right there. I'd be okay with 50-1. Are a true reflection of your hard work, your determination, and you've been a dominant force all season. And your titles at the Region 5 Tournament and Shore Conference Championship made this victory run even more impressive. Your dedication, perseverance have led you to this outstanding milestone, and we are so incredibly proud of you. Let's run it back. Congratulations. Yeah. He's 50-1. He just won the title, and now he's getting a little camera shy. Go ahead.
Just want to say thank you to my coaches and teammates who helped me along the way. Couldn't have done without them.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick picture. We're so proud of you. Everybody's proud of you, and congratulations. Let's run it back, like I said.
And I'll take one as well. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
He just told me he's gonna be 51-0 next year. All right, no pressure, no pressure. Congratulations, Tom.
God, it's so great.
Oh, she's.
Oh. Your brother's taking it next year too?
We'll see.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. Cause you're a freshman?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. No pressure. No pressure. All right. All right, Heidi.
Our next presentation is recognizing April 2026 as Donate Life Month in the Township of Middletown. At this time, I'd like to invite Jackie Patterson from Medtronic to join Mayor Perry at the front of the room.
Jackie, how are you? Thank you. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having.
Of course, of course. So we've been doing this every year for quite some time now. And Jackie, it's great to have you with us and to talk about the sharing network and how important Donate Life Month is all across the country, not just here in Middletown, but because the statistics, and I think I say this every year, the statistics on what one donor can provide is folded over many. There's statistics for certain donations 7-to-1, 4-to-1. It's kind of a personal story for me, but as for those of you who don't know, I work for Hackensack Meridian. We do not get paid full time up here, so we all have to have jobs elsewhere. One person, I get a call from the chief of police because someone that has dedicated a huge amount of time to the township, their significant other had a medical episode and ended up donating, being an organ donor. I went to the hospital and I was with the family and got to see the final moments before going into surgery. And you could see obviously the grief that the family was going through. But you also got afterwards, got to hear from the family about how proud they were at that very moment that this person was going to save many other people as their final wish. And that day, I just so happened to be needing to go, or the next day, to motor vehicles and renew my license to get my real ID. And the question pops up, are you an organ donor? And I said, honestly, I have no idea, because this has been like the same license since I was 17. The picture is still from when I'm like 17 on here. And I tried to hold on to that picture as long as I could. And I wasn't. And so I checked off that box, being an organ donor. And I still want them at this moment. I'm trying to be in control of them for a little bit longer.
Can we use yours now?
I'm gonna use yours. But the emotional impact, the unbelievable aura and emotions that was impacting that moment, you almost felt like it was fate that had brought those 2 days together. So I encourage everybody, if you are not an organ donor, because I can still see the flag going up the flagpole for the sharing network at Riverview to show that someone had just donated their organs to save someone else. So it's an honor to be with you here today. And I encourage everybody, take the moment. If you haven't gotten your real ID already, or if you have to renew, just take that extra moment and you know, it's a personal decision for you. It was a personal decision for me, and I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. But if you can and you are willing, please don't just skip over that box. Take another look at it. So it's my honor to offer this proclamation, and I just want to read 2 lines. And it says, one organ donor can save 8 lives. One tissue donor can restore health to 75 others. And people of all ages, ethnic backgrounds, religions are touched by donation and by the serious shortage of organ donors that exist. Currently, there are 4,000 New Jersey residents and 100,000 Americans awaiting life-saving transplant operations. So you can register as an organ donor and tissue donor at your local motor vehicle agency or online at the NewJerseySharingNetwork.org to signify our fundamental human responsibility to help others. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Tony Perry, and the Middletown Township Committee do hereby proclaim April 2026 as Donate Life Month in the Township of Middletown and urge all residents to join me in promoting this education. Jackie, I don't know if you have a few words that you want to share.
Took a lot of my talking points.
I'm sorry.
That's perfect.
I have a tendency to just blither on, I guess, right, Raven?
Where I work at Medtronic, we, in Eatontown, we make products from donor bone that help people. If they have a bone injury, they can grow their bone better.
Wow.
It helps a lot of people. So I've seen up to 70 some people being helped by one donor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So skin and tissue is skin, bone, tendons, things like that. People have knee surgeries, they need ligaments and tendons, like
Wow.
ACL. So
You're all doing all that neat thing.
it's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So,
Jackie,
yeah.
thank you for everything that you do.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a healthcare professional and working to make the lives of others better. Thank you so much. Let's give a big round of applause. Okay.
1, 2, 3. Beautiful.
We're happy to have you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's give a big another big round of applause. Are we done with proclamations? Okay. All right. Tom, as a state champion, you're free to go. You don't have to wait around. We have no presentation. It's all right.
Congratulations again.
Good job.
All right, Heidi.
Okay. We have 2 proclamations for the record. I'm just going to read them by title. Proclamation recognizing April 2026 as Alcohol Awareness Month in the Township of Middletown, and a proclamation recognizing April 19th through 25th, 2026 as National Library Week in the Township of Middletown. And also one more, a proclamation recognizing April 22nd as 2026 as Earth Day in the Township of Middletown. Our next item on tonight's agenda, we have minutes for approval for March 16th, 2026.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Committeeman Clark.
Yes.
Committeewoman Kratz.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Hybel.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to approve minutes. Our next item on tonight's agenda, we have a public hearing on proposed ordinance 2026-3502, an ordinance amending Chapter 540-825 of the Code of the Township of Middletown governing billboards.
Any member of the public wishing to speak on public ordinance number 2026-3502? Seeing no member of the public stepping forward, move to close the public portion and approve.
Second.
Committeeman Clark.
Yes.
Committeewoman Kratz.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Hybel.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt ordinance 2026-3502 on second and final reading. At this time, we have introduction of proposed ordinances 2026-3504, an ordinance establishing requirements for inspection of lead-based paint in the certain residential dwellings within the Township of Middletown.
Motion to introduce.
Second.
Committeeman Clark.
Yes.
Committeewoman Kratz.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Hybel.
Yeah.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to pass this ordinance on first reading with a public hearing to be held May 4th, 2026. At this time, we have ordinance 2026-3505, an ordinance authorizing new lease with the nonprofit Middletown Arts Center.
Motion to introduce.
Second.
Committeeman Clark.
Yes.
Committeewoman Kratz.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Hybel.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to pass this ordinance on first reading with a public hearing to be held May 4th, 2026. At this time, I'd like to ask the Township Committee to adopt a consent agenda, which would include resolutions 26-114 through 26,
26.
26-126.
Motion to approve a consent agenda.
Second.
Committeeman Clark.
Yes.
Committeewoman Kratz.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Hybel.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt consent agenda. At this time, we have Township Committee comments.
All right, Committeeman Clark.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I'd like to congratulate our state champ. Having had the opportunity to go to high school with a storied state champ in Middletown's history, Glenn Pritzloff, it's not every day you get to see somebody who kind of dominates their sport in a way that Thomas did. Like I said, I was fortunate to see Glenn do it over 4 years. And it sounds like Thomas has been kicking butt and taking names with a 50-1 record. So I hope everybody who's here tonight gets an opportunity to go see him at some point in his senior year next year. It's probably something you'll want to take a look at. As it relates to Donate to Life, first off, it's an important program. I am also a donor. Last year, my friend's daughter, who was 10, passed away, and she passed away from a strong fight with cancer. She had a form of brain cancer, and one of her dying wishes was to leave a legacy, and part of that legacy was donating parts and pieces of her because she wanted to live on through them. Her family gets notifications that her daughter has provided parts of eyes, skin, bones, everything. And they get those letters on a regular basis. And when I first heard about it, I thought to myself, I'm like, man, it's got to be a kick in the, well, as the mayor said, there's certain words we shouldn't use, but it's got to be a kick every now and then to just get reminded when you're maybe trying not to think about it. But when I talked to Robin about it, she said to me, she goes, it's a reminder of how amazing our daughter was. And that's the story of a 10-year-old. And Brian and Robin Dudak get to live with the pride of their daughter's legacy every year. And Cammie will forever be part of somebody's life. So if you're thinking about it, do it. It's a good program, and it's a way to make somebody else's quality of life better when no choice was given. So just my little spiel on that. And then myself and Committeewoman Kratz had the opportunity to cut a ribbon the other day for a new small business in town over by the Verizon store across from Kohl's, Silky Nails. A great young family bringing a small business into town. And just like every other small business that we have here, we're super proud of them. And we're just looking forward to seeing them thrive like all our others. That's all I got, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Committeeman Sedambrino.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. I just want to congratulate the Tom Blewett. And he said he is a freshman or he's a junior?
Junior.
He's a junior.
He's a junior. And, you know, kids in high school, as they get older, they'll exhibit a little bit more maturity Not too much when they're a freshman, a little bit more when they're sophomore and maybe a junior. And I got to tell you, the thing that impressed me the most here was not what was when Tom was asked to say a couple words. What did he say? He didn't say I. He said we. He said I couldn't have done it without my teammates. And that shows true leadership and true maturity at that level. I got to tell you, that makes me really proud to be a member of this township committee and to have someone like Tom represent the township of Middletown. So congratulations once again. And it's more than, he's more than just being a champion for himself. He's being a champion for the township and for his teammate. And that's just a fantastic item I wanted to point out to everyone. That's all I have for tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Committeewoman Kratz.
Thank you, Mayor. Just wanted to touch base on the proclamation regarding alcohol awareness. I'm the chairperson. I serve as a chairperson for our municipal alliance here in Middletown. Middletown continues, and we should all feel quite proud of it, continues to educate our young people through our Alliance Leader program about the pitfalls of alcohol misuse and other drugs, and encourage them to be strong leaders. And it's not just our young people, but also Middletown has its commitment to our residents in general. And so there's a wealth of information on our website, middletownnj.org, under Alliance, that talks about all kinds of information regarding alcohol and its misuse and the pitfalls of falling prey to that. So I would encourage everyone to just take a peek at that information as well, and know that there is help out there. If you are, or you know someone who is struggling, that there's help out there too. So I would just encourage everyone to do that, and wish everyone well. Thank you.
Thank you. DM.
I just got to talk about Tom. He was right in front of me and I couldn't help notice, and I just want to expand on Committeeman Senabrino's comments. The back of his coat said "tougher together." That kid was the real deal. I saw it when he first walked in. I couldn't be more impressed. So great job. I'm looking forward to see what his brother has coming as a freshman. I do want to talk about the other proclamation. The only one we missed here was the library. I don't know if everyone in this room here, since we have a little bit of a crowd tonight, goes and visits the library. The place is hands down got to be one of the best places. My son, who is 16, I take him there often to use a private room, and he gets a lot of homework done in there. He has a full screen in there that he's able to somehow sync his computer up to it. It's a great place. So I encourage everyone to make sure to visit the library. It is an amazing place for his town. So
Somehow he syncs it up to it.
I-
Somehow.
if anyone knows me, I'm not too good at that kind of stuff. So that's all I have, Mayor.
No, I do want to echo your comments because I got to go over there with my daughter Reagan to the Makerspace because they had an unbelievable Makers Day just a few weekends ago, and if you haven't been there in a while, between the history room and all the renovations that they've done with the private rooms that the deputy mayor was referring to, it is an unbelievable new expansion of that library within the same footprint, just remodeling it to adapt to today's needs and standards. But the maker space in there is unbelievable. The things that you can do, the things that you can create, but from 3D printers to Cricut machines, engraving machines, it is unbelievable. It's a true gem. Go over there. Please check it out. Ebony over there does a wonderful job. That is her baby. And she does a great job. So from Kate on down, they do great work. I just want to wish everybody, I know it's late, but hope everyone had a great Easter, a happy Passover. Hope you enjoyed time with friends and family, and got a chance to just take a deep breath and enjoy time with loved ones. So with that being said, I'll open it up for public comment. Any member of the public wishing to make a public comment may do so. We ask that you state your name for the record and that you keep your comments to 5 minutes. At 4 minutes, Heidi will let you know that you have 1 minute remaining. With that being said, any member of the public wishing to make a public comment? Yes, sir. No. The state makes us have this barrier in front of us. It's kind of weird.
Thank you. Thank you, Township Committee.
Because you're a very short guy and couldn't just leap over that thing, right?
Probably, yeah, even at my age, I'm spry. Hi, Hi, my name is Paul Benfer. I reside at 17 Bayside Parkway in North Middletown. We have some residents here along with us tonight.
I'm sure I got a list of all their signatures on.
Yes, you did.
document. All right, good.
I dropped off a petition yesterday. I figured it'd be better to give it to you ahead of time. You
Yep.
had a chance to look at it or not, but if you don't mind, I'll read it real quickly.
Sure.
The petition to close the Ideal parking lots at Sunset. We, the undersigned residents of Ideal Beach Community in North Middletown, respectfully submit this letter in support of the attached petition to close the Ideal parking lot at Sunset. Our neighborhood fronts, particularly those that live on Bayside Parkway, fronts the lot. And while we support public access to Ideal Beach, the ongoing issues experienced have negatively impacted on our safety, our property conditions, and quality of life. All year long, the parking lot is frequently used at night as a meeting place. The nighttime rendezvous include drinking, loud music, suspected drug activities, excessive dumping of garbage and littering. People frequently back their cars into the lot with headlights on, shining in our windows. They haven't figured out how to turn off their headlights, as you know, because the cars are a little tricky nowadays. Unfortunately, the Parks Department.
You just plug it into the computer, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Parks Department never goes beyond the berm between the parking lot and the street to pick up trash. And if any of you have ever gone over there or have ever lived near the beach, you know the winds are tremendous. I mean, Gary here actually had one nor'easter, it blew the fans off of his deck. So people come, they litter, they leave the bottles, they blow over into the street. The street is constantly littered. And if you're as meticulous as I am and maybe a little anal, I'm out there picking up garbage all the time. And I really, I see the park maintenance people there. They never cross that berm. In 5.5 years we've been there, I have never once seen them walk into the street. There could be a pile of garbage sitting there and they won't pick it up. So after a while, it gets a little upsetting, okay? Despite the presence of police patrols during the summer months, enforcement is insufficient. Residents who contact the police are told that limited parking regulations restrict their ability to take meaningful action. The police's primary function appears to us to be on parking meter violations during daytime rather than broader public safety and nuisance concerns. Conditions deteriorate after Labor Day. It is common for groups to gather in the parking lot late at night, often at 2 and 3 a.m., without care or regard to the residents who live in the neighborhood. Other issues during daytime hours include beachgoers using the streets adjacent to the parking lot to avoid paying for parking in the lot. Vehicles park along the streets often block driveways and walkways for residents. Personal experience, definitely. The result is a potential safety hazard as access for emergency vehicles and residents could be impaired. And we respectfully request the Mayor and Township Committee to implement stronger regulations and enforcement measures to address our issues. Potential solutions may include or should include posted parking hours, closing the parking lot at sunset, increased police presence and patrol frequency, especially during late night hours, install signage to prohibit loitering, excessive noise, and illegal activities, have park maintenance collect litter throughout the neighborhood rather than just the parking lot. And this last point, designate Bayside Parkway and sections of Weehawken and Hudson Bay, Ocean, and Seabreeze as residents-only parking. Now, there's been some feedback from people on Seabreeze because we did walk around and communicate with each other. There aren't a lot of parking garages on Seabreeze, so that might not work for them. But, and I'm not sure about the other streets, but I know we would welcome it on Bayside. Our goal is not to limit public enjoyment of the beach, but rather to ensure that access is managed responsibly and respectfully without compromising the well-being of residents who live here year-round. We appreciate your time and attention to this matter and urge you, our local representatives, to take action to restore safety, cleanliness, and peace to our community. The attached petition reflects the shared concerns of residents directly affected by the current conditions. I want to thank you all for your consideration, and if you want the original signatures, I can
It's okay.
give you that.
I trust the copies.
Okay.
I just want to say, Tony and I, Tony Mercantante and I did speak about this right before the meeting when I saw the petition. Tony did speak with Janet Dellett, who is our recreation director. She will have the posted signs when the beach is open and closed, so that's there. And then on my way down here, I did speak to the chief. Obviously we've been using the building as a kind of a quasi substation.
Yes.
So he did say that he could certainly have some special class 2 officers provide the additional monitoring, not during the summer high traffic months due to the issues that were detailed in your letter. So I would anticipate seeing that substation opened up a little bit earlier than normal.
Okay, so what you're saying is that then you will shut the beach parking lot at sunset?
Yeah, the beach, all of our township parks open at dawn and close at dusk. Those will be posted at all three entrances.
Great.
And then, going up the stairs. And I didn't mention this to Tony, but I certainly think at the bottom of the steps around the one side of the building, along the left side of the building, when you're facing towards it. But then again, at the kind of the landing at the end before you go down the ramp and come around the side, just as a second warning, you're not supposed to, if you don't see daylight, you're not supposed to be here.
Okay. Is there anything you can do with the parks maintenance department to police the street?
In terms of cleaning it up? Yeah, we'll certainly have clean communities handle that. It's no problem at all.
Okay.
All right.
And anyone else want to? Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, sir.
Hello, my name is Linda Avalenda. I live at 5 Bayside Parkway.
Joe's just going to move the microphone down because you're
Go like this.
to be as polite as possible, not as tall as
Thank
our
you.
last speaker.
My name is Linda Avalenda. I live at 5 Bayside Parkway. I would appreciate for them to put lines so people will not block the area that I walk up and down on in front of my house. This way, they will not park in front of my walkway, which I was the one that had the initiative to do that, to pay for it out of my pocket to go all the way up to the edge of the street. And everything else that he said, I do feel that is something that we can all be much happier with, especially the lights that they park in front of the beach and then they face our house. And if I go out at night, I have to go like this because I cannot see where I'm walking.
Yeah, the one thing, so back in 2020, when we met at the Tanya Keller Center, during the absolute peak of the pandemic, and it was a mob scene over there, what we did consider at that time discussing a new parking structure that allowed for resident-only parking. The only problem with that is if any of you have any friends, family that come to your house and then want to park on the street, they're unable then to park on the street. So we did consider that at one point, but at the same time, it's a catch-22, not really for us, but for you all as residents over there, because if we were to issue stickers for your cars to allow you to park on the street and you have a party or something like that at your house, we don't really want to write your family members tickets for having, people gathering at your house that are not able to park in a driveway if you have a driveway in that neighborhood, because some houses do, some don't. So it was something that we seriously considered, but based off of the feedback that we got from the residents at the time, they were opposed to, they loved the idea of resident parking, but what they didn't love was then you're banning parking all up and down the street for anyone that doesn't have that sticker. So just, I forgot to mention that when you brought it up. So it is something that we've considered in the past.
And how about the markings? How about if they mark it so there isn't like?
I'm not sure what you mean by markings in front of your walkway, though.
I think what she's talking about is striping parallel parking
Correct.
spaces so that
Correct.
no one can park right in front of her walkway.
Correct.
Oh,
We can talk to the police about that.
yeah. You mean just the coming out from the curb? Yeah.
Yes, and all along of the whole.
Yeah.
Walkway. This way, they're not trying to put 3 cars where 2 cars should
Yep.
fit.
Totally get that, and can certainly see that being a worthwhile thing to do.
Some cases, they were blocking driveways.
Got it. Okay. We'll take a look at, we can certainly talk to the police about parallel
Thank you so
parking.
much for your time.
Thank you. Any other member of the public? Eric? How are you, sir?
Good. which is, I guess I'm between the.
Height
Eric-
variations here with the microphone tonight, Joe.
Yeah. Eric Dowell, I live at 2 Maxon Avenue. And perhaps not surprisingly, I'm here to talk about schools briefly. On behalf of countless Middletown families, we're once again asking that the Township Committee do whatever it can to assist us out of what we regard as a pending disaster. As you're aware, the Board of Ed, by the slimmest of margins, 5-4, approved a resolution to close 3 excellent schools. There's no dispute that they're excellent schools in connection with this year's budget, and the final deadline, the Board of Ed has to approve its budget at its April 28th meeting. So we're really talking about less than 3 weeks at this point. In a normal world, we would not be approaching this Township Committee. I realize that that's the other side of the budget book. But what is about to happen is not right, and we're not in a normal world. The board, again, it's them, but they utterly failed to follow their own rules, which is required. They utterly failed to involve the public, which is required. There's zero evidence that closing these schools will really save any real money, much less sort of bend the long-term budget curve. There's zero evidence that there's a long-term plan in place. This was dropped with a moment's notice on the public. And now the good news, hopefully, is that there's no longer a budget shortfall for this year between some unexpected additional largesse from the state and the board taking advantage of what they refer to a healthcare allowance. This year's budget is essentially balanced once accounting, once they deal with headcount. So in a normal world, we would be talking to the Board of Ed at this point, making this point. But the 5 members who voted in favor are not talking to the public, despite our repeated entreaties, and the clock ticks down. They appear to be some of the only people in Middletown who actually think this is a good idea. Even the superintendent, who, as everybody knows, has resigned, she has now publicly admitted that they went against her express recommendation. So we unfortunately need this Township Committee's help, because if these schools close, it becomes a problem, not just for the northeast corner of Middletown, it spreads. And obviously schools are some of the most important things to Middletown residents. We're open to any ideas, but we know that there is a shared services meeting coming up. We know that land has been discussed in the past. We don't have the faintest idea why the Board of Ed owns so much land, much of it just kind of overgrown. Certainly we don't need it for schools anymore. We understand they have the approval to sell it. We understand that they have appraisals on all that land. And we are asking for leadership in that shared services context, because at least some members of the Board of Ed seem to need a little bit of a nudge, because with a budget that is now balanced, with the ability to sell land to perhaps replenish reserves, there is certainly no reason, if there ever was, to close schools this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate it. Any other member of the public? All right, see no other member of the public stepping forward, move to close the public portion and adjourn.
Second.
Committeeman Clark.
Yes.
Committeewoman Kratz.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Hybel.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to adjourn.
Have a great night, everybody. Thank you all very much.